Hey guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now, my goal is at the end of this video is to show you guys how possible it is for you guys to become a virtual CEO, basically someone else's CEO for their company. Now, if this is your guys' first time on my channel, my name is Lacaba. I am the virtual ate. Been working from home since I was 15 years old and now run an outsourcing business here in Cebu City. And if working from home is something that you guys want to do, make sure to hit the subscribe button right there so you don't miss any of my videos every Sunday and Thursday. And as today is a Thursday, I'm going to be interviewing a person who is exploring the different possibilities that lie beyond his comfort zone. He is a hardworking person who always delivers more than what is required to achieve anything and puts excellence in every task given with high quality outcomes. He believes that this expertise, positive attitude, and skills can help his business partners focus on their business or personal life as he helps lighten the load to achieve the success that they always expect him to deliver. Now, he has a very powerful story for all of you guys today, so make sure to watch out till the end of this video as I interview this amazing person with an amazing story. Okay guys, so without further ado, I'd love to introduce you guys to Joamar Derije. Hi Joamar!
Hello, good guys.
Awesome to have you here. So you're someone who has a very interesting job title because like I told you, you actually have the same kind of job title that I have, which is virtual or outsourced CEO. So I'd love to know more. So how did you get started though working online?
I started when I was college, during first year college. Back in time, I just a happy-go-lucky guy. And then I go to school, after school, go to bar, drink with friends. And then same scenario, repeatedly every day. And then one time, I lost a big amount, my tuition fee. And then my classmate needs to finish his project. So I volunteered myself to do that project and she paid me. Then I got the idea that I can work freelance and do some stuff with my classmates and other friends. And the word freelancing is not yet endorsed in the scene because that's only called a cheating because you are helping
Other
your
people's
classmates.
projects, yeah.
Yes, and you are making them lazy. So that's the first time that I start working online. But the first professional league in entering the freelancing world was last May 2019. And the reason will be maybe I can share the story later on.
Okay. So for this, how did you get started with your skill? You said that you actually restarted doing professional freelance work just last year. What was your first kind of job? What was this first skill that you went into?
To be honest, my first job while doing freelancing was being a web designer. While studying, I do some freelancing in other industries such as school wherein they are asking to redesign their websites, and then I just applied my learnings during my studies at STI. Then together with my professor, he endorsed me with her side gigs and then I collab with him. So that's the time that I started entering the freelance industry.
That's interesting that you got, you started with web design and now you're virtual CEO. So tell me more about that. What do you do as a virtual CEO of someone else's company, basically?
So I just promoted last month. She was my first client at Upwork. And then upon entering at Upwork, I don't know how to work in that platform because I just get my account through cheating, to be honest. So I just put that I am a Android developer, etc. that has 9 years experience. And then luckily I approved the account that I have up. And then while working with her, I started as a executive virtual assistant. Wherein some of my tasks was social media management. But to be honest, social media management, I don't have any background with that. And then I just searched through YouTube what is social media management. And then luckily, someone from India invited me in a group. And then they discussed about social media managing. And then I got the idea on how to do my tasks.
Well, that's usually the fun thing about working online is you can learn literally anything just by searching on YouTube or by adding yourself into different networking groups. So that's awesome that you're able to find that. So with that, now that you've started off, like you said, as an executive assistant, how did you get to the point where, as of last month, you were promoted to becoming their CEO? How was that journey like?
To be honest, it is like a climbing a mountain. At first 6 months, we are struggling to convert the business that started. There are some ups and downs, and then there are some moments that she was already gave up my position because we are not earning enough income to sustain the payment that she needs to pay to me and some expenses to settle with. But I asked her that if I can work free for 3 months
Mm-hmm.
so that I can prove that I can generate results. Because I
Awesome.
believe that in 3 months you cannot generate a good result if you will not sacrifice enough and continue what you are going to progress with. And then luckily, after 3 months, I proved that we can convert a good
Mm-hmm.
outcome. And then after that, working freely for 3 months, she already has a good news for me. And from executive virtual assistant, she promoted me into project manager position.
Mm-hmm.
And then we opened two ventures of businesses again. And then after that, the two ventures also convert again. And
Mm-hmm.
then last month, we started a new business. And then she asked me that if I can level up with another promotion. And I said
Mm-hmm.
that I am not yet prepared because I
Mm-hmm.
openly say to her that I am lost to start a company right now that
Mm-hmm.
I founded, and I don't want to drag her with the situation that I am experiencing
Yeah.
right now. But the trust that she gave to me is so high that I don't know. I think she was like how I perform with her business, and then I can say no. So I accept the position of being the
Mm.
CEO of her coaching business.
That's really cool. That's kind of the journey that you went through. I like that you did go through, like, okay, if you don't pay me for 3 months, I want to prove what I can do for you, which is super powerful for people who can do it the right way, of course, and not get demotivated by not being paid. But you went through it. And I haven't heard that kind of story before, which makes it more interesting that you told it today. So with that, with having that journey of, really starting from kind of from scratch, because you kind of did it with college and you already did have the skills to kind of starting over, becoming someone's executive assistant basically online, and then becoming their project manager and then eventually CEO. What has been the most surprising thing so far about working from home, working online?
The best thing that I learned from working from home, or the benefits of working from home, was first I have time with my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the first one, because I hate to travel always. I think you know that because traveling consumes times, and the time that
True.
you spend with your family is lessened by.
Mm-hmm.
And then the second one is you can learn more skills that can enhance your knowledge but also your characteristic, because learning new knowledge is you are level upping yourself to
Oh
engage
yeah.
with more challenges in life. And then the last thing that I learned from freelancing was you must engage with risking something every day. Just like what I did in the past, I risked my resources and some finances in building up my own company. But that two company was failed. But I am not still giving up on
Mm.
trying new businesses to prove that my income from freelance has a good investment in return.
That's awesome. It's you definitely, like I said, you don't definitely have one of the more interesting stories that I've heard, really starting towards to getting that point. And of course, I totally understand, it's time, basically, not just even time that you're getting away from your family. It's also time to invest in yourself, into thinking other ways that you can do better and thinking other ways of doing just your life better. So far with being, in the month that you have been virtual CEO, what has been your favorite thing so far about it?
My favorite thing so far with being a CEO is that you have the experience on how to manage everyone. That's the
Mm-hmm.
first one. And then you can exercise exchanging ideas, because I'm a type of CEO that I always level myself with the lower staff, because
Mm-hmm.
you can learn something from that stuff that if you just go with their level. If you are just sitting in your throne and just focusing on not enhancing yourself, I think you are not an effective leader when it
Mm.
comes to that. But if you are joining together with the people that you are working with, you can learn something, and there are learnings that you can say that, oh, this is a new knowledge that I need to explore more. So that's what I like as of the moment, because I can elaborate it with different people and different nationalities.
No, it's definitely one thing that I try to have other people understand whenever like they find out that I'm CEO. They're like, "Oh my God, how do you manage people?" I'm like, I just talk to them. I talk to them as a person. You just like you said, you learn from these people because they were hired because they could probably do something that you you can't do. That's why you needed them.
Yes.
Yeah. So I love that. That's powerful what you just said. Of you learn from them, you talk to them, you level with them. You're like, hey, we're building something together. So I really love that. So far, what has been a shortcut that you have found as a CEO, as someone who was a project manager, that you have found that made things just a little bit smoother and easier when it comes to just working?
I think there's no shortcut for everything, to be
Mhm.
honest. So what I always put in my mind is that you must go with the step always and then learn everything in progress, because if
Mm.
you took shortest path to engage with everything, I think you will miss out some things that I think it will give you a more opportunity to enhance yourself. I always say with my juniors that don't rush everything, even though you fail 100 times, 1 million times. Stay positive, because those failures can make you more stronger and learn everything that this kind of failures makes you a full person and develops what yourself. You can say, this is me. I survived everything.
True. But again, very powerful words. I really love because I can see that you've gone through things to be able to have that insight.
Yes.
So
To be honest, I am already, before I started freelancing, I in the verge of being a suicide tuber. I have the scars here. So
yeah,
still may mentor for me to continue the life that I have right now. Because if I give up already in the past, maybe you cannot interview me right now.
true.
So all of the learnings I always share to everyone, not only to my co-workmates, but to every students that I talk when they ask me to be guest speaker. I always focus on giving them learnings, the
Mhm.
topics that they ask me to discuss. But I always give them the best learnings that they can incorporate it with their life. Because if you just give them some skills, but they don't have the life hack that they need to know, skills is nothing, but it will not make you more progress in life.
Thank you for sharing that. I know that's not always the easiest thing to share. I've been open here on my channel talking about that I've gone through depression, PTSD, and anxiety, and it's definitely not the easiest thing to go through. So I want to thank you for sharing that part. And thank you for sharing it to other people as well. For the people who are watching this and for the people that you share your story with, it does definitely help a lot of other people feel like, okay, I'm not alone. I can get through this, which is a very
Yes.
powerful thought. So, what would be a good piece of advice or a small step? Let's say someone out there who's watching this, why they searched for this video specifically, they want to become a CEO or help someone else grow their business. What would be a piece of advice or small step that you would give to them to help them just get a little bit further?
I think I have 3 recommendations for them to start with in achieving this kind of success in life. The first one is always pray. That's the first
Mhm.
one that you always need to have asked for God for His guidance, because
Mhm.
life without God is nothing. And then
Mhm.
second one is keep learning, because if you just stay on things that you learn in school, you will just making yourself not progress anymore. And then last, if you want to achieve with new steps in life, learn to give gratitude with what you have right now and start to help others, because the greatest achievement in life is not having the greatest position that you are right now, but the greatest achievement that you can have is mentoring next generation, so that they can have more people that has a heart to give service with others. Because if you just stay the learnings in your part, nothing will benefits with that, and it will just turn into waste and nothing will produce in return.
Very powerful again, Jomar. Very powerful tough stuff. So right now, with everything you've gone through, what is your, I call it big, hairy, audacious goal? What's a goal that you are going towards, 10, 15 years from now, 20 years from now, up to you? Where do you see yourself going with all of your amazing wisdom and a lot of the things that you've gone through? Where do you see yourself going?
I have a greater goal right now.
Mm.
So I want to start my own Google, the
Mm.
Philippines. So
Ooh.
right now, I'm still continuing this project and looking forward with different person to join me. I am developing a tourism application,
Mm.
wherein that application will be the next Google that
Mhm.
starts in the Philippines, and all of the needs of the people will have in that application. For example, you need to information in regards to your travel. You can use that
Mhm.
app to have a cashless payment. You can have that in that app also, and then such as like Grab Pictures, Food Panda, all in one application. So
Wow.
I already finished the design.
Oh.
Yes, and then the problem is that only the people that will develop that app is the missing part the chess piece. And then I already have a team, but we are still short in the manpower. But I'm still gathering a few of my juniors to join me with this project because I think it is time to start a unicorn company here in the Philippines because we don't have yet the unicorn startup that starts with the Philippines. All the startup that had been in the unicorn level was India, Singapore, and China. But I want to start that Filipinos can do that also better.
Very cool. Very cool. I love that. I love that it's still in service. I can see how your app is still towards helping people, just get the right information, most importantly, because especially now that we had to be, we were forced on a lockdown, we were forced to be at home. It's harder to find information. It's harder to find out if your favorite restaurant is open even. So that I can see how powerful that is. And again, that is how it is such coming from a place of service. So that's awesome. So how can people find you? How can people support you? How can people find out more about you and your amazing story?
As of the moment, you can check out our Facebook page. First one is Gala App. So you can type out with facebook.com/Gala App. So that's the application that we are targeting to produce. And then the second startup that I am creating on is about IT solutions. And you can search also with that at Facebook, facebook.com/SPRY technology or visit our website, spry.technology. That's all. And then we are accepting different web application services that you want to develop with.
Thank you so much, Joamar. Thank you for, again, sharing your story, for telling us more about your journey as well of becoming a someone else's virtual CEO. That's awesome story to tell. Yeah, and thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you very much for guesting me here and sharing my stories with your audiences. And have a wonderful day always.
So make sure, guys, to check out Joamar's links down below and make sure to check him out and his business and help support him in any way. Now, if you guys learned anything from this video, make sure to comment them below to let Joamar know about your thoughts and your support. Again, any favorite quotes that you guys probably found in this interview. And make sure to hit that like button right there to help support this channel and, of course, help other people find this video. And if you haven't yet, make sure to hit the subscribe button right there so you don't miss any of my videos on how to work from home every Sunday and Thursday. And make sure to check out these other two videos right here to get you guys started on your digital career. And I hope you guys have an awesome day. And remember, small steps matters. Now see you in the next video. Bye!